Lydia Des Dolles, MMA Connect TV, standing backstage at Rumble in the Rockies with a victorious Isaac Taylor. Well, that was a great fight.
Well, it was all right, but I hoped and expected it to go on a bit longer, but
yeah,
I'm happy with the win.
So talk through that finish.
To be honest, I don't even know what I got him with. I threw a right hand to the stomach and followed it up with a bit of a teep, and I don't know which one got him, but
I think it was the teep. I think I caught it on camera. The ref was a little bit in the way, but it was the teep.
And then after that, I knew that I had him, so just carried on working.
I mean, he's a good opponent, you know.
Yeah. I expected longer from him. I don't know whether he struggled with the weight cut or something, but I don't know. He's good. He hit me hard in the start. Took me a couple of minutes to wake up. He's good. Yeah. He's good. I would give him a rematch. He's good.
Well, you never know. He could ask for it. I know he looked disappointed when the ref had your hand raised. Yeah. I mean, it's always tense for you coming into kind of enemy territories to fight, or do you kind of embrace that?
I enjoy fighting in front of like opponents rather than my own crowd because I feel like there's less pressure. So it's all down to me, innit?
Absolutely. So a lot of our viewers, this is the first time obviously we've had you on the show. It's the first time I've seen you fight. For anyone that might not know your background, what is your background? How long are you train and where do you fight out of?
My dad owns a gym in Manchester, so I've no excuse not to train. I've been training about 10 years. Yeah. Loads of junior fights and I've had about 15 to 20 pro fights.
Yeah. Is that your dad that was in your corner?
Yeah. The bald one in the corner. Him, yeah. No, I want to say thank you to him as well.
Yeah.
For training every day.
There's always a special bond between like father-son, father-daughters that like are in corners. It probably is as testing as it is kind of a good thing. Do you find it difficult to train alongside of him, or?
We argue every single day.
That's what I hear.
Over tiny little things, and sometimes like because he's my dad, I doubt him more than I should. But at the end of the day, he knows what he's doing a lot more than me. He's been doing it a lot longer. Yeah,
absolutely. In terms of like goals down the line, do you have your sights set on like what you want to achieve in the sport?
As far as goal, I just want to make it to the top, but take steps at a time. I'm not going to start calling people out because I don't see the point in that. Yeah.
Good. I hate when people start calling people out on this show.
So if a promoter wants me back, then I'll have a word with my dad. If it suits me, then I'll do it.
So obviously, Siam Warriors over here. This is a huge. Martin Horgan shows are always a big deal. In terms of the UK, what would be kind of the biggest shows that you were fighting on?
Yokow. You've got.
Shout out to Brian Calder. What's up?
Ryan. All right, mate. Yeah. No, I'd want to say thanks to Mark as well because he's a good opponent. He's fought loads of good people. He's been on a good streak.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, you know, in terms of Muay Thai, is it just Muay Thai? Do you train in other disciplines? Are you looking at MMA? You know.
Not MMA.
Yeah, see, it's funny. A lot of the Thai guys that I interview that are like, you know, pro Thai, I say like, you know, obviously MMA, you know, maybe they might make a little bit of money over an MMA. Would you go over? And they're like, no, just Muay Thai. I just love Muay Thai on its own. You know,
I love it. It's such a good sport. No one calls each other out. There's loads of respect in it. It's really good, but there's no money. There's no money in it. So I have been doing a bit of boxing, but I'm not saying that I'm moving into boxing. I still want to stick to my Thai, but I've been going boxing as that's improved it loads.
Yeah. In terms of people that you look up to in the sport, throw some names at us.
Throw some names. I look up to everyone really.
Who, when you were growing up training, were you like?
Liam
obviously, yeah.
Sanchai. Yeah. I like Sexan, good fighter. Yeah.
So obviously getting to fight on your cow, like you as a young fighter fighting on your cow, being surrounded by all these people who like are.
Oh, it's amazing.
You know what I mean?
It's amazing.
Obviously incredible for you.
Yeah, it's amazing because I'm the lowest down. I'm the lowest in that food chain. I just want to hopefully one day grow to be as big as them.
Well, arguably, if you're on your cow, no matter what time of the day you're on your cow, you're obviously one to watch. You know what I mean? As you said, Brian Calder, Stefania, they don't mess around with the matching. You know what I mean? And they don't mess around with the show. So
no, it's one step at a time. Hopefully, just work my way up.
Good stuff. Well, listen, congratulations again. It was a great fight.
Cheers.
And do you have any thank yous or shout outs before I let you go?
Just my dad, my mum for making all my teas, my food. Just my family for supporting me and all my mates. Yeah. Even though none of them are here today.
hang on. Isaac for MMA Connect TV. Right now.